Our first guest is actually in a village. She's going to tell us exactly where she is. She's nothing to do with the shop, but Laura Ashley is going to be joining us, and she's a children's family worker in a village somewhere near Peterborough. We're going to find out that in a minute. Please welcome Laura.
Oh.
Hi, Laura. Great to have you.
Laura, I understand you know Rachel. Is that right? From Talking Toddlers or something?
Well, we've met on a Zoom webinar, haven't we, Laura? This is the new way of meeting people, you know, Roy. You don't meet them in person. You just meet them on Zoom and you go, hey. So we did our Talking Toddler research. We had another webinar recently, and Laura came along to that and just had some really inspirational things as to what is happening, where she is, and some of the things that happened in the summer, and some of the plans that they've got for Christmas. So we were like, come and share that, because it's so inspirational and a great story. Firstly, Laura, where are you?
Where are you?
We're in Yaxley, which is a village just outside of Peterborough in Cambridgeshire.
Ah, and what do you do there? Tell us what you're doing.
So I personally am the parish communications officer for our church, and I'm just about to be authorised as the Children's and Families lay minister. Yeah, so we're a large village with 3 schools as well. So there's lots going on in the village.
That is a lot of schools. Are they all like primary, junior schools, or?
So we have 1 primary school and then 1 infants and 1 juniors.
Great.
Wow. That's a big village. That sounds like the biggest village.
That is a big village.
Largest village in England, supposedly.
There you go.
Got the award.
Up
You
north,
heard it here. Yeah, that's great.
up north, we
Tell
call
us
that
what
a
you're
count.
doing then with the families and children.
We launched in the summer a programme called Explorers, and this came out of us not being able to do our usual holiday club, which would usually attract around 50 to 60 children. So we wanted to do something that the children could access in the holidays and keep them occupied, that then they could explore their faith, really. So Explorers was born, and it was activities that they could do at home or out in the community. And we got our local businesses involved in a treasure trail around the village that they could get involved in. And there was all sorts of pick and mix activities that they could do. And so that was so successful. We had Explorer packs that they could come and collect from the church porch, and they had everything in their pack that they would need to get to take part in Explorers. And 46 packs were collected from us. So we thought that was great. Families were engaging. They sent photos in of themselves doing activities. And these were families that don't generally come to us on Sundays. They were families that have come. Some of them had come from our toddler group, and other families that have just found out about what we were doing and wanted to get involved. Because of the success of the programme, we decided to carry it on throughout all school holidays going forward. So our next one is coming next week with half term, where we will be exploring harvest and being thankful and generous people. So there'll be activities throughout the week. And then our big one that's coming up is obviously Advent, and we have lots of activities planned throughout Advent.
And what's the feedback from the families? Give us a family that's kind of used the material and how it's impacted them and what they do.
So we have got one family that has been, they weren't ones that came to church before COVID times. They started to access our junior church videos online as well, and then got involved in Explorers. And the little girl has said that she wants to start coming to church when we can go back to church.
Great.
Right. Really good. Now at Christmas, the whole thing seems to go up to an enormous level. You've got so many activities planned, haven't you? Tell us just a few of those. I think you're having a visit. You're doing something with a stable outside the front of the church.
Yes, so we're going to do, on the weekend that we would normally hold our all-age nativity service, we are actually going to do a nativity trail instead. So we have a crib scene, a stable that we would normally put up in church, and that's quite a highlight for the families to come at church and see that, and we don't want them to miss out on that this year. So we're moving it outside and going to light it up and everything, and then we were kind of like, well, actually, we're we don't just have to stop there. We could put wise men somewhere else in the village and shepherds somewhere else in the village and make a trail of it and try and make it reflective. And I'd been toying with the idea of audio, and I was scrolling through some of the toddler groups last week and saw about QR codes. So I'm thinking maybe there's something in that. We'll use a QR code and then that can tell the story. Yeah. And we will be handing out the Happy Land Christmas storybooks for the children and for the adults.
Fantastic. Nathan, have you got a picture of our Happy Land Christmas storybook you can share with us? I think we're good. It's a really cute. It's because it's the under fives, their favourite toy really is Happy Land characters. And we have actually got like a Happy Land Christmas book that we've written. And hold your breath, because we are going to show you a clip of like the best Christmas story animation in a bit. But Laura's got a few more things to tell us about. That's the Christmas storybook. That looks fantastic. So Laura's going to give those out around the village. You're also doing something, I think, with stones.
Yes, so we'll be out throughout December encouraging children to do Nativity Stones, so drawing little scenes on their stones and then hiding it around the village. And that's born from the movement that was around a while ago and then has got bigger again during lockdown. I mean, we have the COVID snake in our village, which everyone adds a stone to. So we thought if we can just add little bits around the village that people can see them, that would be really nice.
There's loads of children are painting on stones and doing that on stones all over the place. Yeah. You walk up a street and there's a box with stones on that children have painted on. It's everywhere.
It's definitely a trend, Roy. It's definitely a trend. And are you working with local businesses and shops? You're working with your shops, aren't you? For like, instead of a nativity calendar, like where you open a door every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's happening with that?
We're having Advent windows. So every day in December, a new window will be unveiled, and that'll be somewhere in the village, and that will be involving our local businesses and our schools, and then some of our families as well. And it'll be very big on social media of who's found the window today, and then hopefully people will interact as well with it like that. In terms of local businesses as well, we're hoping to run a gingerbread house competition with the local coffee shop. And then display the photos of the gingerbread houses in their windows, and then they can help judge as well. And Christingle as well, we are doing Christingle packs, and we're hoping that our local businesses will be like distribution points. So we're not getting all of our people to one place at a time. We're spreading everyone out to keep them safe and involving our local businesses in it.
Wow. You've got some amazing ideas. How can people access all of that? And copy it and steal it and use it where they are.
Well, right, we've put it out we're putting it out in an email tomorrow, because we took all of Laura's ideas down with other people's ideas from the webinar, and that's all going to go out. And we're hoping to putting some links and things onto the website as well, so people can find it on the Talking Toddler page on the Hope Together site, so that they can get connected. And we've got it all written down with other people's ideas. Let's face it, it means Christmas is so not going to be cancelled, because there are so many ways that you can get out there, do Christmas outside, do it socially distanced. It's all safe, but it's so inspirational. Laura, where can people find the Christingle stuff? I think that's on a website, isn't it?
Yeah, so the Children's Society have got loads of resources that you can order, which we'll be ordering from them, and we will be putting everything that we're doing on our website. And with the Christingle, so they'll take their bags and then they'll have an option to do it by themselves with like some written reflections, or we'll have an online service. And then at 4 or 5 o'clock, we haven't decided on the time yet, we're inviting the whole village to stand on their doorsteps, light their Christingles or candles, and sing Away in a Manger.
And is that on a particular date?
Yeah, so we always hold our Christingle service on a certain day. I think probably most churches do, the certain Sunday that falls in the month. And we will advertise everything. We're going to do a big leaflet drop, which we do every year as well, which has a message from our vicar on as well.
Great. Brilliant. We could also distribute our magazine during that occasion as you do the leaflet drop. That would be very exciting.
our magazines they go out in our food bank Christmas parcels, and we are contemplating how else we can get them to people as well.
You're already on it. Roy will be happy now.
She's like, you've got it covered, Laura. You've got it covered. And there's even one more thing, isn't there, to do with how you're going to do intergenerational and help the the young and the old. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we're hoping to team up with our local care homes, because we have a few in the village, to get families to make Christmas cards, which we can then quarantine and then take them into the care homes for the elderly.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
And you have got a link with the care home, or
sorry, Roy. At the moment we don't, and that is something that I'm really keen to build on, and there's quite a few people are, and that's the fantastic thing about Explorers. It is about linking everybody together and joining all those dots and being a real community.
And it's great when the church is the glue that brings all those people together, and using Christmas. That's amazing, Laura. And does the vicar just let you get on with it?
She's very, very involved, but yeah, I think she has a lot of trust in me, which is great. And I have to say, I couldn't do this without the amazing team of the Explorers team as well, who are doing many fantastic things.
Amazing.
Brilliant. Well, I think it would be good to see the Happy Land video now, wouldn't it? Isn't that what we're gonna just have a little clip? This is something you could use. Churches, connections. Laura, you're doing an amazing job. We love it, and we pray God's blessing and favor on all that you're seeking to do. Well done.